So I'm going to be showing you guys my makeup routine, updated routine. And that of course is my foundation, my concealer, my eyebrows, all of that. Now first off, I want to apologize in advance because of the noise in the background. That's my dryer. I'm doing laundry. And I moved my little setup from the kitchen to this like beauty room slash office, which is all the way in the back of the house. So I'm sorry, I can't get away from that. So first thing is you have to have a skincare. You guys want to know how I do that, like my updated skincare routine? You guys want an updated skincare routine? Let me know in the comments down below and I will make one for you guys, because my skincare has improved and changed a lot. So I will be happy to do that for you guys if you guys want to see that. Now like I said, I cleanse my face, I moisturize. Now I am going to prime it, prep and prime. I'm going to be using the Prep and Prime by MAC in Natural Radiance. I don't know if that's the shade. I think that's just... Anyways, this one. I'm going to be using this one right here. Now this one goes a long way. So I am probably going to do... Let's see. It's one pump. Two, so one on each cheek, and then another pump, but I just put a little bit right here, a little bit on the nose, and the rest on the forehead, and whatever's left right here on the sides. I don't want to apply too much because like I said, a little bit of that goes a long way. This is the one I've been using lately. So this is what I do. Rub it in everywhere. Get every single piece of your face. You can also prime your lids, your eyelids, so you can also put some on here. Not too much though. I just put whatever's left on my fingers from the cheeks. I'll put that on here. Now the chin, drag it down to, I drag it down to my neck. Make sure it's all rubbed in really good. Alright. Now that that's on, I start off with my eyebrows. Okay, so I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. This one right here. And I use the Anastasia brow brush number 12. This one right here. I'm over here telling you guys what to do. No, this is what I do. I put a little bit on my brush, not too much. Both sides of the brush. So it should look like so. If you guys can tell. Can you guys tell? Ugh. Well, I put a little bit on both sides. Now, first things first, I'm going to brush out my eyebrows. My eyebrows are not done right now, so this might not come out really good, but it'll be decent. Okay, first off, I start off with kind of like underlining my brow. I just follow the shape of my eyebrow, honestly. Ooh, you see that? Okay, now I tend to brush it out just so it won't be too harsh. And then I'll go on top, follow the shape on top, fill it in. Okay, and then fill in the end only. I leave the front of the brow open, so just leave that alone. First I focus on the end. Okay, now I brush through it because I don't want it too dark. Sometimes I do, but not today. Now I took some of the product off, obviously, so I'm just gonna go back in with whatever's left on my brush and brush through that, kind of making that line again. I'm sorry, I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit more on my brush. I'll brush through that because I made it too dark. Okay, it looks a little messed up, but that's fine because we're gonna fix it with the concealer. Now, I go back to the front, make a line under that, and then just draw in like some hairs, and then I'll brush through that again. Now, like I said, I don't want to make it too dark, so I'm just going to underline it one more time. Maybe do a little bit more, a few more strokes of hair. Brush through it. That's good enough for me. With the concealer, it'll look a lot better. So now, move on to the next eyebrow. As messy as it may be looking, we're gonna fix it with concealer. Ooh. Damn, they're looking fierce. Okay. Only the one I use right now is the Tarte Shape Tip Concealer. This is actually the one I always use. So yeah. So this is the one I'm gonna be using today. Or lately, the one I've been using lately. And oh, by the way, this concealer is in the shade Light. Okay, so first I conceal under, kind of like underline it again right under where I underlined, if that makes sense right now. Follow the right under the shape. Obviously go past that, that's fine. Make sure it's really straight. Okay, now that's done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go on the top, same thing. I don't like my eyebrows too thick, so I try and conceal as much as I can off. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. I'm gonna conceal it a little bit more because, like I said, I don't like my eyebrows thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over the same. I already did. Just a little, add a little bit more. Drag it. I drag it down. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. I don't do the whole eye just yet. Now I'm gonna do the top again. Conceal a lot more. Okay, I feel like that's good enough. Okay, go ahead and I'll do a line. Fill in the middle. Do another line. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this flat brush right here. These brushes are by Skinny London, actually. They're pretty good. They're synthetic. Don't forget to use my discount code, which I will put in the description box down below or somewhere right here on the screen. Don't forget to use it. Okay, anyways, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab this flat brush right here. The other one was angled. This one's just flat, straight. Gonna grab some concealer on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it all over my eyelid. Grabbed a little bit too much, so I'm gonna put the rest on this side. I should have done this last. Today I'm gonna be using a little bit of the Naked Skin, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit with the Marc Jacobs because I've gotten darker. It's summertime, so I need it to match my neck. So I'm gonna be using the Marc Jacobs in the shade Golden Medium number 44, and the Naked Skin in the shade 40. And this one is by BH Cosmetics in the number 1. Now I'm gonna do, let me see, so I do one pump right here, or you know what, this one is actually might be dark enough. Do another pump on the other cheek, a pump on the chin, half pump right here in the corners of my chin, wherever's left of that. I'll do half pump, one more half pump right there, half pump right here, the rest on the eye and the nose, and another half pump just like right in this area. Yeah, I just apply it with my finger. Now so far it looks like this is gonna be dark enough. I might not have to mix it with the Marc Jacobs, so let's just see what this does. Okay, and I'm going to grab my fluffy brush and just blend it all out. Yeah, this one looks dark enough, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave this one. Usually I hold it from all the way down the end of the brush and just blend everything around, kind of like you're blending eyeshadow, kind of just like that, in circle motions, swipes, whatever is more comfortable for you. On the nose, I make sure I get in the corners really good because I tend to get cakey there. So yeah. I tap a little bit, some areas. Gotta get close to the mirror. Now we're gonna, let me take a little bit of the brightness off so you guys can actually see exactly like what it's looking like. You guys can kind of tell right there. Let me see if I can get you guys closer. You guys can see all my imperfections. So this is what it's looking like. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some oh wait, one more. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some concealer. I'm gonna be using that same Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. No, I tried to apply it as close to the eyelash eyelash line as possible. I used to apply more, but a little bit goes a long way with this too. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I'll do, if I'm feeling like just, I don't know, if I'm feeling my foundation, I'll add a little bit on the bridge of the nose, a tiny bit on the forehead, and a bit a lot of it on my Cupid's bow. Now I use this brush right here. This is also by BH Cosmetics in the number 4. It looks like so. It's not angled, it's just that I moved it. But it's really tapered and pointy-ish, roundish. So this is what I used for my concealer. Okay, make sure that's blended out right. Like so. Just tap, tap, tap. Let me look close up just to be sure. Now, like I said, try to get the concealer as close to the lash line as possible. If this happens right here where it doesn't blend out anymore without you having to poke your eye out, just leave it alone. Don't poke your eye out. Just blend everything else in. Okay, so that's that. Now what I do next is I'll grab my setting powder, and I've been using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fair, number 05. Oh, it says it right there. Duh. I've been using this one lately, and I use this Sonia Kashik beauty blender. It's really dirty. Yeah, I haven't washed it. But also another thing for your makeup to not get cakey is clean brushes, clean beauty blenders. That is key. I just haven't had time to clean mine. Oh gosh. But when all my stuff is clean and everything like I'm telling you guys to do, my shit comes out good, okay? Because I do not want my shit to crease. I put a lot of setting powder, like I make it white. Make sure I add a lot. A little bit on where I concealed. I set the places I concealed. I set right here on my Cupid's bow. I definitely set right here where it creases on the corners of my nose. Definitely. I also set, I grab a little bit more, and then I set corners of my mouth and my chin down. Okay, now I'm gonna put this aside, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my bronzer. Now with my bronzer, I use this brush right here. It's a rounded brush. This one's by Morphe. All it says is Morphe. And I use this Physicians Formula bronzer in the shade light to medium. I grab some of this, and you have to contour or bronze from where your ear starts to the corner of your mouth. Not all the way, but around there. See, like this much. It's just how I do it. Like so. I add a lot because I don't contour. I feel like the bronzer just looks a lot more natural, and that just does what I need it to do. It's just enough for me, so I just do bronzer, really heavy bronzer. So this is what I do right here. Sometimes I'll add a little bit right here on my double chin just to hide that a little bit. You know. And this side, add a little bit more of my brush. Add some to the temples of my face. I go about halfway, not all the way to my mouth, to the corner of my mouth. Forehead. I almost didn't know what that was called. Do a little bit on my forehead. Just like right here, like right in the middle. You can do a little bit more out. Now I also, let me do a little bit more just because. Do a little bit more on the temples. Make sure it's blended out right. Okay, now for my nose, I use the same bronzer. I just use a different brush. I use this angled fluffy brush right here. This one is by BH Cosmetics in the shade 7. Alright, now I do just a line like so. Really harsh line. I do this side, do a really harsh line. Make sure I can see that shoot. Alright. Now that the line is done, I go back in with that dirty ass beauty blender and this loose powder. I'll grab a little bit on the tip of it and I will kind of like make a line, reverse contour I believe it's called, on my nose, a little bit above just to be sure, you know. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and then we'll be back. Meanwhile, I'm gonna grab that same beauty blender and a little bit more setting powder, and I'm gonna do this. You know, just lighten this part up, get a sharper line. Same to the other side, right underneath the bronzer. Now while that's sitting, I just let it sit for just a little bit. I go ahead and whatever's left on the beauty blender, just tap on it. Tap onto my chin right here, this side as well. Kind of just tap it in a little bit. Alright, I don't let it sit too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that same brush I bronzed with, and I'm gonna go ahead and brush this out in circles, and obviously up, but in circles. There it goes. So it won't be too harsh of a line, but also won't mess it up, you know. Alright, so that's that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and I'm gonna go ahead and brush up like so, and this I'm gonna brush out in circles towards the bronzer. I'm gonna go in circles out down here so it'll blend all nicely. Okay, now that this is done, now I go in with blush. I use all the time this Morphe blush right here. It's Morphe 9B. It looks like so. They're all blushes, and I grabbed this angled brush right here by Morphe as well. I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This one, very little though, very little of this one. It's pretty subtle to me. Just grab a little bit, and I have a napkin right here with me, so I just tap on it, the excess, instead of going like that or on my palette. I just tap the excess off on this napkin, and I tap tap tap. I start from the cheekbones and then I work my way up. If I see that it's not applying too much, then I'll go ahead and press A little bit harder in circles. There it goes. Now other side. For highlighter, I always use the Snow Globe. I'm sorry, Supreme Frost by Jeffree Star in the shade Snow Globe. It looks like so. Ooh, I love this. And I use this blending brush, which I don't use it for blending shadows anymore. I use it for my highlighter. It's this fluffy. This one's also by Morphe. If you want your highlighter to pop, you can go ahead, spray your face first, set it, and then right above, while it's still a little bit wet, go ahead and add the highlighter. But I don't want it that poppin' today, or I usually never do it that poppin'. So I just grab some on my brush and just go in. And I mean, it still looks really good if you ask me. So I start from the cheeks of my bone, right from my bone. What? I start right where I put my, right above my blush, and drag it. Sometimes I'll do circular motions, other times I'll just swipe it. Most of the time I do go up all the way over my eyebrow to both sides. Same brush, I grab a little bit more, put it on the middle of my nose, my cupid's bow. Okay, now that's done. Last before we set the face is brow gel. Before I apply my brow gel though, look, where's my brush at? Oh, before I apply my brow gel, I grab my eyebrow brush, and I just, because a lot of the highlighter tends to follow my eyebrows, so what I do is I just brush them one more time lightly. Try not to take any of the product off. I feel like it's mostly off. Now I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel. Looks like so. And I apply some on my eyebrows. Like that. Grab a little bit more. Now I'm gonna set everything with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. So right here, I'm just gonna set everything. Just a light spray, since I am gonna film another video for you guys for my eyebrows. I mean, for as eyeshadow. Then I'm gonna set it again. Well, thank you all for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want to know what I create on my eyes, stay tuned for my next video. Okay, I love you all. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment what you want to see next. If you guys want that updated skincare routine, let me know and I will film that for you guys, I promise. Just let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.